Hey everybody, it's me, Sven here, bringing you day number 226 of Let's Talk About Autism. Before we get started, I'd love you to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below the video. It would help me out tremendously. So, in today's video, I'll be talking about how those of us on the spectrum are dealing with a situation where we're in a world of strangers. Like, we feel like foreigners in our own country, and how we should really be having a world where we have at least some peers to talk to, people who will understand us and see us for who we really are. So, the situation as it is, because our community's been pretty much pulverized to dust by the trans cult and by all the woke stuff, where if you're a truth-based autistic person who doesn't follow along with that stuff, there's basically no community for you. So, but you're still in a world where people don't understand you, and you feel like you're in a world of strangers. In a lot of ways you are, even though you speak the same language and follow the same moral standards that people around you do. Like, they're still not going to really understand you or where you're coming from, because you might communicate just a little different, or you might follow the moral standards in a different way. Even though you're still following it, it's just slightly different. But that could be misinterpreted as something immoral or a misunderstanding, or even speaking a different language entirely, which is just dumb. Like, I mean, Charlie Kirk talked about this in the context of mass migration, where if you import a bunch of people that don't speak your language and don't share your moral values, then, well, you're going to have problems. And it's kind of like that if you're on the spectrum, whether your country has a mass migration problem or not. Like, you're going to feel like you're in a world of strangers, a world that does not understand you, and that you can't understand anyone else. So that's kind of what the autistic experience is growing up. Like, every story I've heard happens to be a lot of this situation where you feel like a foreigner in your own country. And so we need to change this. We got to have a world where there are at least some peers for us to talk to. And every attempt at organizing a nationwide community for people on the spectrum has failed in a lot of ways, because they were all woke. They were run by a bunch of left-wingers, either an autistic cult or by liberal parents that don't know what the heck they're doing. Like, every attempt has failed, and that's why I created the Autistic Freedom Network, is so that we could have autistic unity, but also autistic integration, so that we could at least understand the world we're living, the society we were born into, as it is, like the United States, like to be properly integrated, and like for us to understand why the United States is the way it is and the way it's supposed to be, but for the world to also understand what we deal with and how to properly manage it. And for the most part, we can just take care of ourselves, but we don't deserve to be thrown away like we're trash, or aborted without actually being aborted. So, I mean, it's really tragic what's happened. So we deserve to have a world of neighbors, people who understand us, people who speak the same way we do, and just people that we can be friends with, and people that we can hang out with and, get along with. Like, human beings tend to be naturally communal creatures. We want to be around other people. Yeah, there are things we want to do by ourselves. We want to, do things, whatnot. But we want to be around other people. And autistic people are no different. We still want to be around other people who are just like us. It's just those opportunities are often taken from us by a radical regime, a radical government policy, or a pharmaceutical policy, or a school policy. I mean, you're technically grouped with other autistic people, but you're really not, because most of the people in the SPED classroom are nothing like you. They are more different than you, than the people in the general ed classrooms. So that's a huge problem. We got to have a proper, united, coherent community where it's not just people with completely different conditions diagnosed with the same thing, but those of us who have similar trait combinations, people who speak the same way we do and have similar traits and whatnot. Like, we want to be with the people who are most similar to us. And if my peers are all trans, that's going to be impossible for me, because I'm not trans, or I don't claim to be trans, or other crazy identities that might have been invented. Like, and quite frankly, that doesn't even matter. We should just, feel who we are in what we do for the world, like what we accomplish. Like, our identity isn't the center of the universe. It's what we do. It's how we interact. It's what we contribute to the world. That's what it should be. And so we deserve to have a sort of community of peers and not have to be in a world of strangers. That's sort of what I'm talking about. So yeah, That was day 226. I'll see you on day 227. Thank you for watching this video if you made it this long, and God bless you, and God bless America. Goodbye.